Well, welcome to the Foreshore at Nedlands. We apologise that we are a little bit late getting this live stream underway, but the thunderstorm that hit the Foreshore just before the start of this game, I'm afraid it soaked our equipment and we've had to change leads, etc., to be able to bring it to you. But you haven't missed much at the moment. Nedlands won a penalty just 3 minutes ago, and Corey Cudd put it wide to the right-hand side. So it is still 0-0 here. And we have had just over 9 minutes elapsed so far in the match. It's been fairly even Stevens at the moment. I'm Ashley Morrison, and again, my apologies that we are a little bit late starting this live stream, but a few technical issues due to a thunderstorm that hit the Foreshore just before kickoff, literally about 10 minutes before the game got underway. So we are having a few other technical difficulties. I will continue to try and call the action. Corey Cudd feeds the ball out to fly half to Rangi Fraser, but he overcooked his kick, and so the line-out will come back to the 10-metre line inside the Nedlands half on the right-hand side. As I mentioned, we are having a few technical difficulties due to the rain getting into some of the equipment, but hopefully we will have all that sorted very shortly. So it's a line out to Palmyra on the 10-metre line just inside the Nedlands half on the left-hand side as Palmyra attack the Nedlands goal line. Will be Shane Manu to throw. It's been stolen by Nedlands. Looking for some quick ball. Driven straight back in. Good turn and run coming from Lorcan Dow. Number 8 for Nedlands. Corey Cudd, Liversidge to big second row, Grayson Knapp in the centres. He drives it up. And now Corey Cudd with a break on the blind side. He's surging forward, gets over the 10-metre line inside Palmyra's half. Good little pass infield. It's still Nedlands surging forward, and it's Dow who's going to get the first points for Nedlands as he dots down. And that is the first try to Nedlands. Nedlands 5, Palmyra 0. And it was all started from a Corey Cudd break on halfway. And that made all of the difference. And it will be Corey Cudd now who would try and add the 2 points for Nedlands with the conversion. In the meantime, we were still trying to fix the vision side of this live stream. We do apologise, but we're out in the elements and the rain has managed to get inside some of the equipment, so we've had to change a few wires, etc. But hopefully you can get an idea of what's happening at a very, very grey Nedlands Foreshore at the moment. Corey Cudd going for the conversion. He's about 15 metres in from the right-hand side of the touchline as Nedlands face the Palmyra try line. The wind is blowing from left to right, so it's blowing against the way that Corey Cudd is trying to kick at the moment. Strikes it well, fairly low, but it's gone out to the right-hand side, so it remains Nedlands 5, Palmyra 0. Cudd missing with both of his kick attempts so far in very windy and wet conditions here at the Foreshore in Nedlands. Even the touch judges are wearing tracksuits. That's how cold and wet it is. They're in their waterproofs as well. As the restart comes, it's deep from Sam Juricic, dropped by Cudd, and it will be a knock forward and a scrum probably to Palmyra, but they're playing advantage at the moment. Good pass out comes to Sumanatafa. Sumanatafa took it into contact, and it's going to be go back for the knock forward initially against Nedlands. As we wait for the scrums to set, we will give me a chance to just sort of thank the sponsors who are making this possible today. And of course, Karma Resorts are one of those. They've been supporting this live stream all season. Karma Resorts love their rugby, and to share the love, they're offering all rugby fans a free Karma Club membership valued at $499. As a member, you'll receive 25% off accommodation, food and beverages at any of their global resorts. Go to karmaclub.com/rugbywa17. Penalty goes to Palmyra. So they're inside the 25. Over to the left-hand side now, hoping that they can add some points. And the signal goes for the post. Sam Jurisic making his way forward. Should be, you would think, a fairly straightforward kick, although in these conditions nothing is quite as easy as it looks. So 15 minutes elapsed, and the first chance for Palmyra to get some points on the board. Jurisic places the ball, moves back. He's a right-handed kicker, moves slightly round on the corner, staring down at the ball. And he strikes it well. Looks good from where we are, but the flags stay down, so it's gone wide to the right-hand side. So there is another miss. So the kicker's having a really tough day here at the Foreshore at the moment. So it will be Nedlands with the 22 dropout. Cordy Cudd gets distance, and the wind pulls the ball back towards the Nedlands. Desperately trying to get there, and jumping high was Aidan Laxton. But it's going to be a Palmyra ball on halfway. The referee has his arm out. I think he's spotted a knock forward, but it's Palmyra piling over the ball. Good ball comes out now to Pat Moss. Matt Moss drives it over halfway for Palmyra. Good pick up and drive now coming from Sumanutafa. Sumanutafa makes the ball available. Comes back to Duffin. Duffin out to Jurisic. Jurisic, good pass, finds Davis. Davis takes it into contact. They're over halfway, Palmyra. Now a kick ahead coming, and it's going to find touch just on the 22 from Manahera Eden. So it'll be a line out to Nedlands defensively, just short of their 22. Again, on the far side of the pitch from where we're standing. That is on the left-hand side as Nedlands look to defend their try line. Apologise again for the technical issues we're having at the moment. It's a good grab high in the air coming from Mike Egan, looking to try and drive, but one of the Palmyra players coming around on the other side has stolen possession, so Palmyra with the ball. Dummy run, well, almost going offside, one would have thought. They've gone the blind side, and it was miscontrolled by Trey Maloney, but we will come back. The referee has spotted something. I think maybe, was it an offside? It's going to be, well, the kick is taken. It's gone high in the air, but I don't think the referee, I'm just trying to work out, there seems to be a lot of confusion. No one in Palmyra really chased that ball at all. So we are going to have a line out on the 22, Nedlands ball. Ball goes deep. It's a good grab again coming from Egan in the line out. In fact, it was Laxton, my apologies. So it's a maul at the moment. The ball hasn't gone down, and the maul rolling forward. Nedlands gaining a good 5 metres. There's a little spill on the far side. No ball there. There's a little bit of, well, handbags at dawn, you'd say. Fraser trying to just pop the ball out. He was wrapped up by the Palmyra tackler. Just over the 22 now. Nedlands breaking forward, setting it well. Palmyra just standing off, comes back to Tarangi Fraser. Low kick from him, almost straight into Eden, but he uses his feet to control it, then tries to chip it forward. Took a deflection off a Nedlands player. It was off the number 8, Lorcan Dow, and then wrapped up. Nedlands with the ball again. Tarangi Fraser goes to the boot. It's a bobbly old kick up the middle of the pitch, picked up by the prop, Mace Erasmus for Palmyra, then picked up the back and driven wide is Eden again, the fullback in there. Duffin out to Joel Winterburn. Winterburn takes it into contact. 2 Nedlands players thwarting him getting over the halfway line. Duffin again goes back And the kick comes this time from the centre, Wayenga. And Wayenga looking for the corner flag, doesn't find it. Liversidge will pick up for Nedlands. Liversidge, good dummy, manages to get himself some space. Now he kicks to the other side. It's a long kick, holds up in the air. Letting it bounce, though, is Silenu, making it forward, gets about 10 metres forward before he's snared and brought to the ground with a good tackle coming from Tain Manga from Nedlands. Now driving forward is Erasmus, the South African-born prop playing for Palmyra, and another penalty goes against Nedlands and for Palmyra. So this one straight in front, and so a really good chance for Palmyra to get some points on the board. So Jurisic just waiting, I think, for the tee to come out. And there doesn't seem to be too much of a hurry from the Palmyra player bringing the tee out, just jogging out as if he was strolling around the park. So Jurisic placing the ball on the tee. Good chance for Palmyra to pull level. Or sorry, not pull level, but close the gap. It's a well-struck kick. The flags are raised and Palmyra are on the board. It is 5-3 now in favour of the home side, Nedlands. Straight down the barrel, and Jurisic adding the 3 points. Once again, we apologise for the lack of vision at the moment. Equipment not playing fair with us at the moment due to the rain just before we started this live stream. A thunderstorm down at the Foreshore. So the restart just on the 22. A really good kick, making the defender not decide what to do, whether he just caught it inside and had to actually attack the ball and run outside the 22. Great contact up front by both sides. Duffin now looking to feed the ball back, but it was from outside the 22. So spinning the ball wide, and again, it's a good kick. That'll stay in play. Taken well. Good grab there coming from Nehana Christian inside to Tarangi Fraser, who kicks ahead again. The ball rolling end over end into the Palmyra 22. Trey Maloney picks up and he kicks long. This time it's Korika deep in the Nedlands half. He picks up, comes infield to Tevin Ferris. Tevin Ferris normally in the forwards. Lovely dummy from him. Gets him almost up to halfway for Nedlands. Ball comes out now again. Liversidge, but he's put it straight out on the full. Am I live or not? So, will be a penalty. In fact, we're going back on the far side of the pitch, so the referee must have communicated that to the Nedlands players. So, just on halfway on the right-hand side, just about 10 metres in from touch, will be a penalty. And Tarangi Fraser, the fly half for Nedlands, just taking his time. And also there's a little bit of a conversation going on with Tevin Ferris and the referee about something that happened further up the pitch. I think, in fact, he's saying, did we want the Nedlands want the scrum or the kick? And they've opted, I think, for the scrum further up the pitch. So we're now, the referee goes up to the 22 on Palmyra's 22, and it will be a scrum to Nedlands. Well, Palmyra currently sitting top of the Pindan Premier League. Nedlands sitting third. So this is a really, really big game in the season. Both teams with so much at stake. Palmyra desperately try to hang on to top spot if they can and leave the Foreshore with all of the points. So scrum to Nedlands. Good position for them, just on the 22. Corey Cudd taps his hooker on the head. Tarangi Fraser organising the backs. There's a bit of a wheel from Palmyra. Looks as if they might have stolen the ball and not forward, though, so it'll be another scrum to Nedlands on the 22, just to the right of the posts. So once again, we apologise that we're having problems bringing you vision here. The thunderstorm prior to kick-off, causing all sorts of problems. And, okay, we're probably going to have to restart. I think whether we go through to half-time, we'll see what we can do. So you're just going to have to put up with me at the moment. We'll... Technical guys are just trying to communicate to me what's going on as the ball comes to Tarangi Fraser. Coming into the line from the back is Makavila Togia. Thrown to the ground. Not sure that was actually Makavila Togia, but the change to the lineup hasn't been given to us. So it's Nedlands now directly in front of the post. Corey Cudd waits, spins the ball wide into the open side. Goes to Tevin Ferris. Tevin Ferris held up on the 22. Good defence by Palmyra. Now he comes back onto the left-hand side off the back of the ruck. Corey Cudd, little boot ahead. Managed to get it at the second bite. It ricocheted back off Duffin initially. So Nedlands have gained about 10 metres, but Palmyra have the ball. Just setting it nicely inside and looking to clear their lines. Good pick and drive coming from Merce Erasmus. And a penalty this time goes against Nedlands. So Palmyra defended well and will get a chance to clear their lines now once and for all. So the ball in the hands of Duffin. In fact, it's Jurisic. Good clearance by him. Takes it over halfway. Touch judge just below me. So it will be Palmyra ball just inside Nedlands half, just between the halfway line and the 10-metre line as Nedlands defend. Making his way forward to throw in the line out is Shane Manu, the captain of Palmyra. Manu getting a good grip on the wet ball. And they go to the back. Didn't look particularly straight, and the referee blows his whistle. I think that was more the conditions than Manu. Gets a pat on the back from Grayson Knapp as he walks past him. So it looks as if Nedlands have opted for the line out, and they're going to try their throw now. So Logan Eade, now the man, can he get it straight? Eade again goes deep to the back of the line. A quick ball given to Corey Cudd. Tarangi Fraser goes to the boot, puts it high this time. It's high, just in centre field. No one brings it under control. It rebounds back, and as he grabs it, Grayson Knack is caught in the air, but the referee hasn't got his arm out, so it's play on Nedlands ball as he goes to ground. Pick-up is a good one at the back, and they go the blind side. Good support coming from Macaulay for Nedlands. Now Cudd gets the ball. Driving forward, good surge of pace coming from Mike Egan. Centre field, just over halfway. Corey Cudd throws it out, and he manages to find Aidan Laxton. His locks flowing behind him. And now it goes really wide out onto the right-hand side as Manga is just bundled into the turf by Palmyra. Good defence by there. It's still with Nedlands, though. This time it manages to come to Shane Hemme. Hemme takes it over halfway for Nedlands. Well, that was improvisation at its best. Corey Cudd just kicking it off the ground into the arms of Tarangi Fraser, but the penalty now goes against Nedlands because it was not forward, and in front of the player grabbing it was Grayson Knapp, so he was offside. And so it will be a penalty for Palmyra just inside Nedlands half and directly in front of the post. And it looks as if Jurisic may be deciding to have a pop at goal again. The man carrying the tee out for Palmyra, well, you would think he was taking a dog for a walk, the amount of time he takes to get on the pitch. Just strolling out there. Maybe that's a tactic just to slow the game down. But the tee is there now. Jurisic just placing it and making sure he gets the best base for his kick, because it is very, very wet here at the Foreshore. Thunderstorms just before the kickoff, and that's why we've got a few problems with the vision at the moment. But those of you that have stuck with us, we thank you, and we hope that you're enjoying it. Jurisic strikes it well. It's got the distance, but it's gone slightly off to the right-hand side, so unable to add another 3 points and steal the lead for Palmyra. It was the penalty conversion attempt coming from Sam Jurisic. So it will be a 22 dropout for Nedlands. Once again, we thank the sponsors making this possible. The River Room. If you want to have a function, a wedding, or any other party, you can hire the River Room here at Nedlands Foreshore, theriverroom.com.au. And from Palmyra, EAB Solutions, setting the standard in scanning, core drilling, cutting, pile breaking, and wall chasing. EABsolutions.com.au. Driven forward now by Joel Winterman for Palmyra. They're over the 10-metre line inside the Nedlands. A beautiful offload to Sumanatafa, but he is stopped in his tracks by Nedlands forwards. Really closing down quickly. Two blind runners and then just peeling off the back was, and again, good little run coming from Sumanatafia. In at scrum half was the fullback Eden. It's gone out wide, but there's good defence coming from Nedlands. Quickly up was Laxton again, not allowing any space to move for Palmyra out wide. And taking it into contact. Nedlands really embracing that contact at the breakdown at the moment. Duffin burrowing deep, gets the ball out wide, but again, Nedlands players really on the line. Some would say maybe pushing that line a little bit close for offside, but referee not got his arm out as yet. He does blow now, and the whistle again goes against Nedlands, and it is for exactly what I was saying, offside. So just coming up ahead of the line of the back man, and so penalised for that. So there's a little bit of quizzical looks as the Palmyra players decide what they're going to do. The ball is in the hands of Manahira Eden. Eden just lobbing the ball to Jurisic, whether they're going to go for the post or not. Jurisic wandering back, talking to the forwards. Seems to be a little bit of indecision, but there is a conversation going on between Shane Manu and the referee, and also it's not Tevin Ferris, the captain. Oh yes, it is Tevin Ferris. Sorry, just looking a little bit different in the distance there. So the referee obviously talking to both captains, not happy about something. I would think that what it is just encroaching over the offside line at the back of Rucks and Mauls. So maybe talking to both teams and saying, just watch your feet there. But it's been an engrossing contest as both teams have gone into contact really quickly. Once again, we do apologise that we have problems with the vision. Bringing you the action here from the foreshore. We had a thunderstorm just before the start of this game and all the equipment got extremely wet, and we're still trying to locate the problem between our equipment and the camera at the moment, because at the moment it's just not picking up the camera. So Jurisic has the ball on the tee, lines up his kick slightly to the left of the post as he looks. 2 steps, strikes it well. This one looks good, and the flags go up, and Palmyra take the lead for the first time in the match, and we have 8 minutes left in the first half. So it is Nedlands 5, Palmyra 6. Palmyra, should mention now, not lost on the road all season, and at home Nedlands have lost to Wests in round 1. They drew 14-all with Associates, and they also lost to Kalamunda in their last home game just a couple of weeks ago. 21-22, so there have been some close matches here. The restart shows how windy it is. That was kicked off, and it was blown all the way back to about 2 metres from halfway. So we're going to come back and have a scrum centre of the pitch. So very difficult conditions. The seagulls are absolutely loving it down in front of me. They're pecking at all the worms that are coming up to the surface and having an absolute field day. Players on the pitch, well, it's gloomy, it's dark, it's wet. The perfect conditions for a game of rugby. So the front row's just getting prepared to lock down. Thompson, Eden, Macaulay for Nedlands, Erasmus, Manu and Tioki for Palmyra. They engage. Waiting to put the ball in is Kieran Duffin. Duffin gets a good heel to the back of his scrum. Good early ball. Gives it out to Eden at fly half on the right-hand side. Eden goes into contact, brought down by his opposite number. And it was difficult. Eden couldn't turn. Lovasic did really well to have him facing Nedlands' side. Duffin then caught by the man coming through, which was Lorcan Dow. And Dow is the player penalised. Well, I think Palmyra were a little bit lucky in that Eden didn't release when he was tackled, stayed on the ground and was fighting to try and get the ball back to his own side. But I think it is, in fact, Lovasic who's been penalised for not rolling away after tackling and making that difficult for the Palmyra player. So Jurisic kicks down towards the river and he finds touch now just about 2 metres inside the 22 on the right-hand side as Palmyra attack the Nedlands try line. We have just over 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. It is Nedlands 5, Palmyra 6. Palmyra have just lost 2 games all season. Nedlands have lost 4. So it will be Shane Manu, the captain again, to throw for the line-out to Palmyra. Goes to the middle of the line-out. They're looking to get a rolling maul going. Manu comes in at the back. Doing well. It's just spilled a little bit to the right-hand side. Now they're going back on the left. Nedlands wheeling it round towards the touchline. Still going forward, though. Palmyra with a really good base. They had 5 players still in a unit driving towards the try line. Now they're being forced laterally across the pitch towards the post. Still, though, the ball stays up and the maul stays up. A couple of players falling off the edges. Have they got to the line? It's gone down. The referee has his arm up. And that is a try to Palmyra with an absolutely perfectly executed rolling maul. Just trying to see who comes up with the ball. Who's getting all the pats on the back? Well, everybody's getting a pat on the back because that was a real team effort. Very, very difficult to defend and brilliant execution by Palmyra. So, try from the rolling maul. I'm afraid I couldn't see who the man was who came up with the ball. Makes it now 5-11, and we have 36 minutes gone and a conversion to Sam Jurisic just to the right of the post. He's about probably 20 metres in from the right-hand touchline. The wind is blowing from that right-hand corner flag across diagonally the pitch, so he'd start it. In fact, he's just drilled it straight down the middle. He was no curling on that one. So another 2 points to Palmyra, make it 5 points to 13. And Palmyra going out into a good lead in this first half here at the Foreshore in Nedlands. This live stream brought to you by Karma Resorts. And you can get a free Karma Club membership valued at $499. As a member, you receive 25% off accommodation, food and beverages at any of their global resorts. The restart this time is deep, just to the 22. Duffin fielded it well, driving forward on the far side. Palmyra again making good yards. And then a good box kick coming from Duffin, very, very high. Having to go backwards and managing to bring it down was Makavilla Togiet. Spun now wide, cutting infield is Nehana Christian. Broke through the first tackle, taken to ground though, but halfway between the 22 and the 10-metre line. Now it's Tarangi Fraser. Good step off his left from him. Kicks ahead. Should be meat and drink for Eden. He gets it, but is grabbed straight away. Feeds it to Duffin. Duffin now to Silinanu. Sorry, I'm struggling with that. But anyway, he goes to ground now. Still all Palmyra. They got an overlap. Eden goes outside. Feeds it infield now to Trey Maloney. Maloney takes it into contact. Duffin complaining about something. The ball made available. Eden came in at halfback. Driven forward now by Pat Moss. Still with Palmyra. Nedlands looking to come over the top, but it's all Palmyra at the moment. Ball spun wide. Just stepping off his left foot. Then into contact was Tuteri Wayenga. Wayenga setting up well, just in front of the post. Eden again goes for a little grubber kick, was thwarted as he goes forward. To ground goes Grayson Knapp, and a penalty awarded against Nedlands. So another chance for Palmyra to stretch their lead as half-time fast approaches. We're in the final 2 minutes of the first half. So this should be meat and drink for Sam Jurisic, directly in front of the posts. And you would think he would slot this fairly easily. It's right on the 22. Words again with Tevin Ferris, the captain. Sam Jurisic, who said before his best moment in rugby was winning the 2008 Bay of Plenty Colts division. Well, if Palmyra go on and win the Pindan Premier League, I think that might change. So Jurisic has the tee. Again, it took a bit of time to get out onto the pitch. Just moving some turf away. It's getting dug up in the wet conditions here at the Foreshore. Places the tee now and very carefully placing the ball on the tee. Throws some grass into the air just to check the direction that the wind is blowing. Looks up between the posts. Very economical run-up. Just 2 small steps, then 2 strong steps forward. The flags go up again, and Palmyra add to their tally. And it is now Nedlands 5, Palmyra 16. And we're in the last minute of the first half. Probably time for one last attack before the halftime break, and hopefully we might be able to fix some of the vision in that halftime break. We hope you stayed with us. We do apologise, the rain getting into our equipment and just causing a few problems. The restart is good, just in between 10-metre line and the 22. Pat Moss was the man fielding it for Palmyra. Took it into contact. Box kick again, and we hit late. Now that might well be a little bit of disciplinary action. I think it was actually Mies Erasmus, the prop, who caught Duffin late. Now it's Tarangi Fraser going on a break, kicks ahead, obviously not aware of the time. And good work at the back. Eden being busy, little steps from the fullback as he dances away from the tackle, gets up to the 10-metre line. Good yardage from the fullback. Palmyra look to set again. Duffin. And now it is Erasmus coming forward. In fact, it was, I think I accused him, Erasmus, for the tackle. It was not him, actually. It was a Nedlands player who was late on Duffin. And a brilliant surge through the middle coming from Ra Davies. And now Palmyra find themselves up to the 10-metre line inside the Nedlands half. But referee has his arm out, and that may well be half-time. There's a little bit of afters going on off the ball now, and everybody's piling in. Referee has blown his whistle, but there are a lot of shirt grabbing and players being pulled out, and Palmyra very quick to pull their players out of the melee. It was in fact the player that started the late tackle was Ken McCauley for Nedlands. So we'll just see what happens here, whether the referee feels any disciplinary action is required. Doesn't look as if he is in fact talking to his assistant. So they will decide what happened. It looked to be really something out of nothing. The kick ahead, the wet conditions, 2 players go for the ball, and then both of them feeling that they had the right to the ball, and we're actually getting a physical demonstration from the touch judge. And maybe place at Whopper is on the cards for the touch judge. Still no decision coming down. The clock is up by our reckoning, but obviously the referee has his own clock. So there's a lot of nodding of heads at the moment between the 2 officials. The touch judge is making his way back to the side of the pitch. I know it's referee's assistant these days, but I'm afraid I like the old touch judge. And it looks as if no action is going to be taken, or is it, the 2 captains have been called forward, Tevin Ferris and Shane Manu. So again, more discussions taking place. And obviously the referee just explaining what has happened. Well, he's talking mainly at the moment to Tevin Ferris. So I think he feels that the Nedlands player was maybe the offender in that little skirmish. And it's still Manu, just hands on his hips, listening on like an attentive schoolboy. Although Shane Manu looks everything but a schoolboy. He's a solid figure with a good bushy beard and a nice headband around his head. But he is listening to every word, and now he's asking the referee a question. And now the referee gives him a lengthy explanation. Well, time is up by our clock, but we'll see what's going to happen. The ball is in the hands of Manahera Eden, the fullback for Palmyra, and you would think he'll just tap it into touch and we'll go in for some oranges at half-time. And both teams will get a chance to regroup. Still a discussion going on between the referee and the Palmyra captain. Tevin Ferris has gone back to join his teammates inside their half, and still the discussion continues. And now the touch judge bringing them back to where the mark was. Eden having crept forward a good 10 or 12 metres, so it is going to be a penalty to Palmyra. The ball in the hands of Jurisic. Whistle going. And Jurisic, well, I think he might be thinking, and Manu's still in conversation with the referee as Jurisic just lining the ball up to kick for touch. And it is a good kick down towards the corner. Not quite right in the corner, but just on the 22. In fact, I think the touch judge shortchanged him a little bit. It looked from where we were as if it went a little bit further than that. So play will continue, even though time has run out. So Manu now gets the chance to deliver a pinpoint throw in the line out to try and set his team up with another try. Good jump coming from Havili. And it is another rolling maul from Palmyra. This time, though, Nedlands have held it up well. There's a little breakaway, and there's no one there for Nedlands. They're scurrying back. There are numbers there for Palmyra. They should get this over. It's at the back. Nedlands throwing men behind the ball, just breaking out the back. It was fed down the blind side. And again, it was good work by Nedlands' defence, just covering across and holding the player up. And the whistle has gone, and now it is a penalty for Nedlands for not releasing when tackled. But it was a really good rolling maul again. They went all of 22 metres, Palmyra, and they're causing all sorts of problems with those rolling mauls. As the man at the back on that occasion was Wanhanga Havili. And the whistle has gone. And that will be half-time. So we go into the half-time break, and it is Nedlands 5, Palmyra 16. It's been a thrilling first half. Jurisic, well, he missed with his first kick and then managed to convert 2 penalties. And then there was a try from a rolling maul that saw Palmyra take the lead. That was converted by Jurisic. And then he also added another penalty in the 40th minute. And those were all in reply to a try by Lorcan Dow in the first 12 minutes of the match to Nedlands, which saw them into a 5-0 lead. Half-time here at the Foreshore. It is Nedlands 5, Palmyra 16, and we'll still try and fix the vision for you here. Palmyra wait for the Nedlands players to make their way forward as they line up. Lost at the front was that knock forward. Still with Palmyra at the moment as they take it back into the maul. Comes out, Cordy Cudd finds Tarangi Fraser. A little slip inside to one of the substitutes. We'll tell you who that is in a minute. Just been given a list of the substitutes' names. Now it's Tevin Ferris taking it into contact, close, right in front of the post, just over the 22. Nedlands need to get quick ball. It's not coming. Thompson is there over the ball. Ferris at scrum half, who fed it out wide. Palmyra line up really quick, closing down. And then just a pick and drive off the side. Again, it's a little kick ahead from Tarangi Fraser. If the ball bounces up, brilliant defensive play coming off his wing by Trey Maloney. But into danger, it's pushed out wide, and this may be a break for Palmyra. Charge down the kick, but it may be knocked down by Loversage. The referee says play on. Well, Loversage couldn't gather. Okay, is it gone? All right.